Yeah, meow. Mewgenics. Yeah, a pretty interesting title. There is much to say and much to share with my opinion about it. And so it was released on Tuesday, February 10th, 2026. Cost me around $40. And well, where to start even? Well, basically, the game where you can breed various crazy and generally unhealthy looking cats, then send them out runs in the groups of your five and series of turn-based tactical battles. The double entry was pretty obvious, but to be honest, I'm being putting off myself like, well, actually one of the developers of Roguelike Legend, um, his name is Egg McMillan, and he developed the Blinding of Essex. And Eugenics is, well, let me share. So, on the surface, Mewgenic develops an online ugliness that hard to stomach sometimes. When I was playing, building up the Isaac a lot, like 800 hours almost, there is also literally strictly grayish yellow whale hanging out of the game, which repelled me for days, like being assigned little box duty in the shared apartment where the furball was already there before me. All those hairy creatures are so primitively painted that our youngest could have done it with a 12 tip pen before he could even come to, you know, like crayons or anything else. But eventually I had to take it on, of course. So, and the how eugenics affected me, it probably changed. The first thing that I realized was how much substance lines in eugenics underlying rules. After a few turns, when the possibilities start, escalate, and throughout of the all synergies crackles in your synapses, the realization of everything that is so still come hits like a crazy dizzy spell, like a Dr. Alan Grant before the um, discovering the brachiosaurs. So this breathtaking graphics because you can keeping up with the game's barrage of ideas, and eugenics simply has to look this way. What begins as a tasteful, unconventional approach transforms into mangy non-conformationally that one some admires, to which one feels drawn in the water-like consistency, especially since the true beauty lies hidden beneath the scabby for the other beasts. Mewgenics promises over 100 hours of cat breeder anarchy in the 4-act plus endgame. I'm gladly take this word for it, and it only lasted me for 35 hours, but I still have the same desire to keep playing as I did at the beginning. It simply doesn't get old. So let's talk about what we are really actually dealing with here, because someone's probably wondering how many I talk, but what's it about? It's because the clear thing you will be transposing many areas multiple times in the runs lasting up an hour, exploring the biomes throughout a series of the short-term based tactical battles, random events, and boss fights. As you do this, you'll discover more and more branching paths and unlock new areas with the new conditions of enemies. Premanden, it's always as a possibility, but if your cats survive the run, they bring home collected food, equipment, and money. Each cat can only be sent on a run before the retiring. The food allows you to do advanced time day by day, so your retired feline warriors can be served as breeding stocks to mass on their traits to the next generations. That's one possibility of the might kill or maim each other overnight because even if this game and even in this game and there is such as a thing as too many cats, you can also play these quirky creatures on your odd neighbors. Heavenly knows what they do to the animals, mostly probably nothing good, but they thank you for donations with the various upgrades. They add a room to your house so you can accommodate more animals, expand their shop shelves with furniture and amenities that cats are happy, increase your inventory for equipment and items, and so on. So that's the loop. Settle in, breed cats, send them out on the run, see how far out you get, use the rewards to equip yourself even better, and start all over again. Let stronger four bells breed, and even more to the to bring the you more powerful kittens. So meanwhile, you discover new colors that assign a class to the Mewgenic products, modify their 7 classic RPG base stats, and randomly assign suitable skills that you have to work with. The idea of that affects each battle. One of the cats levels up, and you choose the new abilities and star boosts that find your current playstyle. I'm kicking myself for being such an RPG bore and for sticking the classic job for too long, ever since I discovered how much fun classes like Necromancer or Tinkerer can be. The battles with the Despot, all the breeding mania ultimately from the core of the game, are so varied that one can only truly feel sorry for the old classics if it wants to return to them after the Mewgenics. The basic premises is essentially comparable to the other games of this type. Whatever we are talking about Final Fantasy Tactics, or Triangle Strategy. The speed value determines as the orders in which all units take their turns, as well as the numbers of the spaces they can move. The standard attack is available once per round. Most other abilities are mana powered and can be used as often as your magic energy allows. The charisma value determines your maximum mana capacity, and so on. Your intelligence determines how much mana regenerates each cooled. Essentially, you are never short of mana and you have ample of room for action spells every good. Whatever this also as a player role is simple physics systems that allows you to effects like fire and water to interact as expected. Yeah, what do I also want to talk about a little bit in conclusions probably because the music is good. Um, So I said that the gameplay was brilliant, of never boring and constantly involving turn-based tactics. The real stroke of genius in the Mewgenic is that you don't even have to like cats to have an insane amount of fun with. As a dog person, I can truly enjoy the offbeat antics and quirky, oftenly sighing mean-spirited humor. Cat lovers with a sense of humor will also laugh off sometimes harsh treatment of Germany's second most popular pet. Because after all, the toxoplasmas breeding tigers and the absolute heroes of eugenics. Everything truly revolves around them, and you can tell if you look beyond the um, art, this masterpiece, and how the artist is focusing on them, then he has a lot of love for those animals. Aside from its original theme and somewhat unusual design, Eugenics is undoubtedly one of the best strategy games in a long time. It's not often that I'm still incredibly eager to play a game that endlessly when I'm making the interview. Oh, I'm sorry, when I'm making the review. I just got a working interview, so I'm probably will throw it slip. Yeah, so pretty much I like the game. What did I don't look like then there is no undone function, like it would be very useful. And yeah, sometimes I didn't like the UI, and that's it. So I strongly recommend to play this game because it's freaking awesome. Have a good one. Bye.